Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of 713 Auto. We are continuing the build of Fancy Joe, my 1988/89 pickup truck that needs a lot of work right now. We're going to be working on the brake calipers today and assessing what else we need to put together. This truck has a 350 TBI. It works really well. The transmission's a little sluggish, but we need to do some regular maintenance, then I'll probably pep it right back up. The first episode took place last year, and this year I definitely need a four-wheel drive truck, or just at all in the future. So I'm finishing this one up. This truck had a cab and a box, and it was just completely rusted out. So I ended up buying a different box and a different cab, different front clip from my buddy Kyle. He had one just laying around, had some good sheet metal on it, and he needed to sell it. So I thought, why not just put it on my truck, make it a little better. The suspension still needs shocks, it still needs the steering column put in place, and just everything kind of brought together, tightened up, and ready to go. The frame has been chassis saved, and in a few spots where it was a little rough, we patched it up with some really thick steel plating. We've done plenty of work to the truck, now it just really needs assembled. Me, Devin, and my dad installed this rough country 6-inch suspension lift to the truck. Previously it had a body lift, and I just don't like body lifts, so we cut out the hockey pucks and we're going with the stock body mounts back on the truck. So now it's lifted at almost the same height, but it's lifted right. So now you guys are all up to speed. Enjoy the episode. These are new, but they haven't been touched in a long time. So you can see this has a tiny little nick right here. This one's pretty much clean. No real worries. You can see that smashed. That one looks okay, but that one is definitely concerning. I'm gonna have to work on that. This picture, splittered view, CK series caliper. We've got the boot, the bolt, and all that stuff. So it's supposed to go through the caliper like so. However, but these are too bent up and they're not wanting to fit. I don't want to smash them in there. We're gonna have to give it a try. The progress that I've made today is close to zero, but we did put these together. One of these pins is actually on this side. You can see the dent. It was smashed in there, so I was afraid I was going to have to go back and buy another one, but I actually fixed it with the vise, and just it was oval, and then made it more round. So now it's going back and forth just fine. Looked through all my boxes. I have just about everything except for the brake pads. I had the brake pads when the truck was brand new, well, to me, so they could be anywhere at this point. I tore everything apart trying to look for them. I even looked in the old cab and I couldn't find anything. Ended up finding my old body mounts, so we got those. So, brakes. And then tomorrow I'm taking these rotors and I'm going to have those spun, because they look pretty good. They don't look too bad. We're going to have to relocate this bracket down to here. I might just have to get a little extended metal line. That's not really anything. It's a big deal. And then probably a new copper washer on that. So, oh, and I have yet to find the rod that fits into here. For some reason, I cannot find it. But I will. Or I'll just buy one. Whatever. Can't imagine they're that expensive. But, yeah, looking around the truck, I mean, that's pretty much all I got right now. Not a whole lot of work done today, but a lot of figuring out what I need to do. So I'll see you guys in a minute. And we're back. So 2 days has passed because of some bull crap that's been slowing me down. This is for my truck. This is the right one. This is what was setting us back. This is the disc that we need, or the rotor. And the major difference is it's way thinner because I have a single cab. Now I guess the deal is you have an extended cab, bigger truck, whatever, they give you heavy duty brakes. So if we take these two and line them up next to each other, I don't know if you can see that, there's a pretty clear difference in the thickness of this disc versus this one. So this one's going back to the parts store later, this one's going back on my truck. So that's what was holding us behind. It's really stupid, but we figured it out. Caliper on, the new pads, the new rotor, everything fits, but this took me maybe 2 hours, something around there. I called parts stores wondering if the pads were too thick. I called parts stores thinking that the piston was out too much, and eventually I started hacking these brake pads apart. Like, I took off the backing plate and then I had to sand a little bit of it down just so it could fit. It fits really snug, but I mean, I can get it to spin. But anyway, the point is that one took forever. So then this one over here, I'm getting ready to deal with the same situation. It took me about 2 seconds and this all went on. So I don't know, maybe the tolerancing on that side was different compared to this side. I don't know. So whatever it is, I got it to work. This has been stupid. This is just the tip of the iceberg with the rest of this truck. I have so many other things that I need to do on it. It's just crazy. So whatever, it's a start, I guess. So we get everything snugged up and then we're gonna go from there. Now we're looking at the things that we still have to do to finish up the brakes. And this episode is super tedious because since this is the first thing I've done to this truck since it's been put away for more than a year. So things are kind of off to a slow start, but that's because I'm trying to assess what parts I'm missing, what parts I have. The rod that goes, pushes up against here, that goes inside of here, is missing. And this cab was off of a B6, so I had to switch this booster out because it was just different and I wanted it to be the same. Gotta find V8, if that's what you call it, V8 rod that sticks in here. That's not our biggest holdup, but one thing that's kind of holding us back a bit is this. Now, this is the soft line. Since this has a lift in it, that means the suspension is pushed down. You guys know the drill. Same story over here. This one, I think I have a little more freedom when it comes to this line being bent and moved around. Right now you can see it just kind of moving right there. But this will all be relocated, so that'll reach. And I'm also missing the bolt that fits in here, which is like a specialty bolt, so let stuff flow through it. But it's kind of the situation we're at right now. So yeah, word of the wise, I guess, is don't let a truck sit torn apart into a million pieces for a year, because then stuff like this starts happening. Bring it up through here. Looks like it's good. A lot of these lines, and they just ship to 2 different stores. I guess these look pretty similar. Gotta do this because this line's super old and won't spin. So I'm just gonna get this kind of similar on there. go. Mine's on there. It's on correctly. Brake fluid? At least to me, feels like liquid balloons. Is that weird to say? I don't think it's weird to say. Alright. Brake lines are finished. Yay, there's your brake episode. It took long enough.